everybody. I was just about to say, well, good afternoon, but you know what? You're probably, the chances of you watching this in the afternoon are, I don't know. I was going to spit out a statistic, but I have no idea. What a fun way to start my video with utter nonsense. Take two. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Musings by Nikki. I'm Nikki, and today we are going to make some altered paper clips for our Happy Hearts journal. Then I think I have decided that there needs to be some actual heart-shaped pages in here. So I think we'll cut down a couple of things into heart-shaped pages. Does that make sense? But first, let's talk about this. These are using, hold on, as I'm talking, I'm actually getting up and moving because I realized that I forgot to grab paper clips. And you know what's essential for making altered paper clips? Paper clips. So that's the first step. If you want to make an altered paper clip, get some paper clips because otherwise it will be really hard. Yep, you heard it here, you guys. I'm just espousing. Sorry if that got really loud. I was right by the camera for a second, too. There's all my brilliant knowledge. If you want to make altered paper clips, get paper clips. Yep, you can thank me later for my brilliance. Oh, goodness. Anyway, I'm a little bit punchy because it is gorgeous outside here in Minnesota. We have had this... I know across the country here, it's been like crazy cold snap and stuff, but finally today the sun is out. The sky is fantastic shade of blue. It smells like spring, and you guys might laugh, but it was 30 whole degrees when we came out of church this morning, and I forgot to mute my phone. 30 degrees when we came out of church this morning, which seriously for us, that is tropical right now. So it was lovely, and it smells so good outside, and tomorrow is supposed to be even a bit warmer, which, I can't even imagine. So I am having my cup of coffee and going to try and record a couple of videos here today that I'll spread out over the next couple of days because I have some digital things that I kind of want to work on too. So while my girls are still away, they're coming back this evening from the Twin Cities, and it's a nice quiet house right now, and so I'm going to get some stuff done. So first of all, that's enough chatter. That's I don't know, a whole bunch of minutes of chatter. We're going to make this, and then maybe we'll dream up some other ways, of making things too. Here's our book. It's just the single signature, but let's find a page. And it'll just hook over the top. And I love the little dangly hearts, so when you open that page, there's little dangly hearts. And we could clip something underneath this if we wanted to, but for sure we can use the flip side and clip something under there. But this is kind of fun all on its own. Unless you wanted to clip a card underneath there that had more dangly hearts. That just came to me. That kind of sounds like fun, more interactive dangliness. So in order to do this, we are using Tracie Fox's Grungy Wallpaper Hearts kit, and I've got them all cut out and inked on the front side. You get, extra small, small, medium, large, and then I'm also using her Grungy Wallpaper Scraps 3. That seriously just shot a piece of paper into my coffee. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I'm still going to drink it because coffee. Sorry if that grosses any of you out. Anyway, so in order to do this, I used the medium heart and a small heart and one piece of wallpaper, a paper clip, some string, and some small ones. I am just using this crochet thread. I don't even know how long I've had this. One of these lasts you for a lifetime if all you're using it for is closures and stuff. There's thousands of yards on here. And I have it in bright white, and the reason I have that is because I can ink it whatever color I want to have it be. And I'll show you how I do that in a minute. I know I've shown it in other videos too. So let's just, you know, get to it. Like I said, we need a medium heart, and the medium heart and the front heart shouldn't be too, I really like this pink one. This is cute. Pink and flowery. Oh, although I might not want to use that because it's going to cover up a lot of that. Let's see if I can find like the pink and flowery one of the smaller ones. Ooh, that one's pretty too. Let's go with that one. Oh, that doesn't cover up too much of it. That still leaves a really pretty pink flowery border around the edge of that, which I like that. So that makes our 2 hearts here, and then the back heart layer we're going to cut out of a piece of the wallpaper samples. But we also need to make the little dangles, and we're going to make those out of back to back of the tiny hearts. So you need 6 of them, and it doesn't even matter which 6. I'm just going to pick the first 6 off the top here. Okay. And then some pieces of this, and where's my scissor? Actually, I'm going to cut one long piece so that I can ink it quick. And the way I do this is, if you are like me and you set your inkers down on top of your ink cases, then there's usually this like dark like layer of thick ink that's there. So you can do this right on your ink pad too, but I say let's use this stuff up if we can. So I take my inker and put it down on top, and I just pull the thread through. Whoops. And then I do it, you know, twist it around a little bit, do it a second time, and a third time, depending on how dark you want to make it. And you can make it any color this way. And it's way easier than making the mess of, whoops, sorry if I just bonked the camera. Making the mess of, like, you know, you can daub some of this out on your, like, especially your glass mat, and then spray it with water and dye your thing, but that makes a lot of mess, and I'm not trying to make a big mess right now. So then we just need a couple of short little pieces of this. 3. I'm making 3 little dangles. Let's move my coffee so I don't, you know, put more stuff in it. And then we're just going to glue these. We're going to glue the hearts together with a string in between them. So I'm going to lay a string down in between it, like that, and then I'm going to lay the other heart over the top of it. And I cut these hearts out by hand, so none of them are going to be exactly, you know, lined up. But that's okay, because you can always trim off the excess or just do some inking around the edge, like if there's white edges, but like that one I clearly got pretty bad. So even though I lined it up on the back side, it looks okay. On the front side, it's not so hot. So I'm just going to use my tiny little scissors and trim off that white edge. Like that. And just re-ink that edge. Okay, so there's my first little dangly. Then let's glue another one. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. I hope if you are part of Texas or anywhere, Kansas, Georgia, anywhere down there, it sounds like Texas is really having a hard time of it. You know, my prayers are with you guys, especially for places like that just don't have the infrastructure set up for this kind of weather that we do. You know, we have snow plows, and all of our houses have heat. You know, you just don't have a house in Minneapolis or Minnesota without heat. you know, unless, I mean, some people do, and that's an unfortunate thing. That's usually just because subpar living, but our infrastructure set up for this. Whereas, you know, I know a lot of people like Texas, they're not set up for frozen pipes and, and if, you know, inches and inches of snow and ice and all this stuff. And it sounds like they're having, you know, blackouts and things. So, boy, I just pray that everybody comes through this okay. I understand, having grown up here, how dangerous cold can be, especially if you're not prepared for it. And just the sheer magnitude of damage it can do to a house. Boy, frozen pipes can, you know, that's not a joke. Okay, so we've got our 3 little danglies made. I just glued the strings in between, right? So they're ready to be dangled from something like this. And we're just going to sandwich them in between those 2 layers. And this one, I made it so when it clips on, it kind of goes, you know, at an angle like this, which I kind of like. I like that the hearts are dangling from the side. You could make it straight up and down. So, you know, we could go like this and put the hearts dangling from the bottom, and maybe we'll make one like that. If you wanted it to go, you know, up the other direction like this, then you would put the paper clip at this side. You know, I suppose you could go upside down with it. You can kind of go at whatever angle you're thinking you want your piece to go. So this one, since I made that one go this way, let's make this one go this way. So what I'm going to do is line up my 3 little dangly things down at like the bottom half of this heart. And I kind of want them to overlap just slightly, but I want them to go at different heights. So I want like that. So when they hang, they're at different heights, like these do. So they're kind of staggered. That's what I'm going for. So that's what I'm going for here. And I think these 2 are just going to be a little bit long. So I'm going to cut them down. Actually, this one's probably fine. Okay. Now, I'm just going to try and get them as, you know, straight as possible. Although it doesn't really matter once they come off the page, because you won't see that anyway. And then I'm going to put glue on the back of the top piece. So I'm going to cover this with glue really well, especially down on this bottom edge here where the strings are going to be coming through. I'm going to try and get glue right up to the edge so it really gives as much adherence to that string as possible. And of course my paper's all curling up with the glue. Okay. Then I'm going to very carefully lay that down on top. There we go. And so I catch all 3 of my my hearts in there. Cute. So they dangle at different heights, which is just what I wanted. Make sure those are all pushed on there real good. And then we need to make something for the paper clip to go. So it's going to go, you know, this is our front piece and we're going to just see the little bit, but it's got to get sandwiched in between this front piece and then this back piece that we're about to cut. So we just need to find a wallpaper piece big enough. So let's see. That's maybe a little too close to that pink. We could do that. I've got this blue. That's probably not big enough. Nope. Some of the pieces I cut down already. Oh, that one's pretty. That's maybe too busy, huh? Let's go with that one. This one. Okay. So I'm going to lay it on top like this, and we're just going to cut, you know, by kind of just by sight around the edges. So here's where I'm going to take my paper clip and figure out like where I want it to go. And I'm going to put the smaller side, the shorter side, inside where, like this, okay? So where the heart is going to go is going to be the shorter side. The longer side will go on the back because that will give it better grab. And we just need this smaller side to go inside the heart. Does that make sense? I hope so. So I'm going to figure where do I want it to be so that it hangs the best. So kind of can practice, you know, going like that. Does that not hang right? Is that too much if I put it like that? So I kind of want it right on the edge there because that's where I made it to hang the hearts the best. Whoops, get in view here. And then we're going to go like this. So we want just a tiny border around the edge, and you're just going to see that little bit of paper clip there. So what I'm going to do is glue this piece to this, and then we'll trim around it. So again, going to give this a good bit of glue, especially up in this corner now, because this is where that paper clip's going to go. So I want it to really adhere down to the paper around the paper clip as best as possible. Then I'm going to layer down, and I'm going to flip it over because if I press from the back, then the front will stay flat. So kind of if you saw me doing my altered, making my windy guy closures, you'll see that I laid the front part flat. So that'll stay flat because it'll force the texture from this paper clip to come through to the back side, and it'll try to keep the front as flat as possible. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Gluey fingers making a mess. And then I just kind of take my finger and press down in between where I know that that paper clip is, so that I can get it, you know, as bestly, using my good English, adhered in there. Okay. So because I did that, this part is fairly flat, right? You can't see the paper clip coming through. You can see it back here, which is fine because this, you're never going to see this part anyway. It's clipped to the page. So now I'm going to take my scissors and just kind of eyeball a border, and obviously not try to cut through the paper clip because can't. All right, and then I'm going to flip the little dangles up so I don't cut them off when I go past them, because that would be like me to do that. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just going to ink around the edge of that back heart, and then right now it's kind of wanting to curl up on me, so I'm going to put it underneath something flat to dry for a little while. And then even though you won't really see the back side, I am going to give it a inking because, you know, somebody will take this off and look at it at some point, and I just want it to be finished. So even though it's bright white. Okay. So super cute, guys, right? So this one goes this way, and this one goes this way, and those are super cute. I'm gonna put this upside down underneath something flat, like what over here, just to dry, and try to make it as flat as possible. Okay. Now let's try one. I'm kind of curious to try one that goes straight up and down like this and has some dangles off the bottom. So let's do that, cause for fun. Well, that's a pretty one. Let's do this one. I like that green. Oh, gluey fingers. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll make some dangles. So again, I'm going to go through these pretty quick. You know, we could use We could use the little tiny ones that I punched out in the last video, but Kyle, I feel like that would be pretty finicky. And I mean, that's the nice thing about these is you can always print more. Digital kits are awesome that way. Okay, this is the rest of that string that I just kind of inked up. So let's make some more little dangles. There we go. This is, it's like tempting to open my window, but then I know because I'm not moving around, I'll get cold. Like when I was outside in the sun, it was actually so warm that I just wasn't even wearing a jacket, which that's not uncommon. When it gets up over 30 degrees in Minnesota, it's like a heat wave. So in the winter, if it were 30 degrees in July here, we would all be like, brr, but you know, it's all relative. Right now, we just came out of like -30 actual temps. So that's 60 degrees warmer today than it had been a week ago. Isn't that incredible? 60 degrees. 30, it's hard to believe that 30 degrees Fahrenheit is 60 degrees warmer than we were a week ago. But it's the reality. That's why no coat today. Went up to church this morning and got in our car in the heated garage. And so it was, you know, warm in there. And then got to church and got out of church and I was like, oh my gosh, we were all, you know, typical Minnesotans were all going, this is like swimming weather. This is like shorts and a t-shirt weather. But that smell of spring in the air, man, that's one of just the most glorious things, I think. My brother and sister-in-law that were just on vacation, so the reason we were watching the littles, came back and they had all these pictures and we were at lunch. So my whole family has lunch together every Sunday after church. And so, but a bunch of people were missing today. My kids, my girls, were obviously in the cities, like I said, and my sister and her husband, they were off on a little anniversary getaway, and so then their kids weren't there, and so we had a smaller group. So we were just sitting there talking to my brother and sister-in-law, and they were showing us all these pictures. They had been in Utah, in Zion National Park, which if you're from here or if you're familiar, Zion is one of our just gorgeous national parks in the desert, but really a lot of mountains as well. And this is a perfect time to go. They like to hike and stuff. They're real active that way. And so this is a perfect time of year to go because it's not too hot. So you're not, you know, dying of too much heat hiking. This is perfect hiking weather, even though it's only like in the, you know, 30s and 40s some mornings. But that's good hiking weather. Okay, I'm going to layer these up. I'm going to try and get that one to stay. I'm going to cut this one down. This is going to be a little bit more tricky because I really want this one to stay coming right off the point. So let's see if I can do that. And then this one. These I don't mind if they... Okay, stay. Shh, don't talk. Don't move anyone. Do you guys do that when you're driving and like the sun comes out? Okay. When the sun comes out and you're driving or like if the radio's too loud and you're driving and you need to concentrate because you need to figure out where you're going or it's like heavy traffic. So you have to have everybody be quiet or turn the radio down because it helps you concentrate. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Shh, everybody. If you're talking right now, I probably can hear you. And then I'll blame you. Okay, good job, guys. You didn't impede my ability to get that stuck. Were you guys holding your breath like I was? Like this is life or death. The placement of the strings is so important. Somebody might get this journal and then be like, why did I spend any amount of money on that? The strings aren't even hanging nice. Oh man, the things I do. Okay, I'm gonna do this from the back again so that majority of that raised relief stuff comes through the back side and the front stays as flat as possible. Oh, perfect. That's fun. Look how those dangle, and that'll like go way down on the page. That's kind of its own little element. And then see, yeah, the back, the big ones are kind of like a lot bigger. That's why I wasn't using those. I thought, why am I not using those? But that's why. Yeah, that one's just too busy. Thought I'll try it again, and then I'm like, nope, still too busy. Okay, so now, because I want it to hang, we're going to put the small one, the small side in front. Do I need to have it right in the middle like that? Because see, it comes down a little too far. Or can I just do with having it on one side, but it would still hang? I'll still get enough paper there. I think I'll just do it right in the middle. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to put the glue on the back of this one. And try not to glue those little baby hangy hearts to this big one. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure I put lots of glue right down here in the middle, because that's where my paper clip's going to go through, is right here in the middle. And I'm trying to make sure that I leave myself over the top of the bumps on the heart, that I leave myself enough room to cut a border. Okay, so flip it over and do the pressing from the back side and press that paper clip down really good. There we go. So anyway, my brother and sister-in-law were in Zion National Park, and we were talking today. They were showing us some of the pictures and stuff, and we were talking about just how absolutely beautiful it is there. And man, just the mountains and the layers and the rocks and stuff. It's so stinking cool. I just find those things, that creation is so incredible. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't think of? How am I gonna do this part? Let's see. Let's try this side. I wonder if I can kind of sneak my OMG. Oh, there we go. Okay. So guys, learn from my mistake and cut the shape of the heart out before you put the paper clip on, because look, I could have moved the paper clip down so that it fit. I wonder if I can still, yeah, okay. It's still wet and, oh, but let me cut this side first. Oh my gosh. Okay, 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 we're gonna do it. Now, so okay, first, cut out that back paper clip. Then do the gluing. It's okay, learn from my mistakes. And I will try to learn from my mistakes. So now I like our little altered paper clips, but I also feel like, so there's our first one, the one that my example one. I really like, let me see if I can find it, that pocket that I did with the little clustery thing. I love the way it turned out. Of course, the minute I want to find it, oh yeah, here. This little cluster with the little hearts on it is so cute. And I think something like that would look cute on the front of, like, especially this one that seems a little bigger. Oh, I forgot to ink the edges of it. So I think what we will attempt, this is a little jacked up here. Let me attempt to even this out just a hair, because otherwise that will really bug me. Does that stuff bug you? So I don't know why. Some things I can totally let go. And other things, I think it's because it's like I could have fixed that and I was just being lazy or something. And so then it annoys me. Like I totally should have done that. Some things, you know, sometimes you cut too much paper off, you can't put it back. So you either have to just not use it or let it go. And I'm going to do the back quick too. Okay, so the back to the fabric cluster idea here. I think that would look really cute on the front. So let's pull out, I've got my little pieces of like the leftover tabs that we didn't use when we were putting fabric tabs on. And now I'm not going to be able to, yeah, see, I'm going to have to rip them down a little. I'm not going to be able to sew over this whole thing because, well, A, it's all wet with glue, but also, there we go. But also it would be just too thick. And I don't want to hit the risk, you know, running my machine over the paper clip or something. So maybe a little bit of this one. That, whatever that fabric is, it doesn't rip. It just kind of acted weird. There we go. And then some of this cute pink florally stuff on top, I think. So instead of sewing across the whole thing, I don't want to cover that all the way up. Yeah, instead of sewing across the whole thing, I'll just take this little cluster. But we also did a couple of hearts. Let me cap my glue. There. I did a couple of these little hearts in the middle. Like so. Like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, I'm going to zip that through my sewing machine and I'll be right back. Okay, that is turned out perfect. I just kind of sewed back and forth, right? Almost a star shape. And I think that's going to look adorable hanging from this. But to zhuzh it up even more, I think I want to put a little safety pin. Now, thank you to Jamie Parks, one of my friends, who, as I'm talking, I'm grabbing, who was saying that she saw on the fabric, or on the kit, on the digital kit, that she saw that there was like sewing, or there's like some things stuck on there with stick pins and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, even if I rolled the ends under, I don't know that I would feel comfortable doing stick pins, just because A, I'll probably hurt myself trying to do it and curling the ends under or something. Okay, here's some Tim Holtz bulb pins. And I think I have, do I have some buttons around here? Yeah, I do. I have, I don't know, 1,000 little containers of buttons. But here's some that I keep on my desk. So she was saying that she noticed that in the kit there were some things that were attached with like stick pins And so she was saying maybe put some things on with safety pins. And I was like, yeah, I was actually kind of thinking that. See, great minds. Now, Jamie would also probably say that there needs to be lace on this. Well, we'll get there, Jamie. Jamie is a big fan of lace, which I am too. But she also thinks everything needs more lace. So, these safety pins, I was thinking maybe we could just pin one on there, but I kind of also want to see what it looks like if we use a bulb pin and put a couple buttons on there. Let's just see. So we're going to try a pink button because of course. And then, oh, here's a teeny tiny little white one. Yeah, so let's just try those two. And see what that looks like hanging from this too. Because if I can put this on before I glue it down, then that'll stick even better. Let's see. Yeah, that's cute. And because this isn't going right into, I mean, usually like, so this is going to be obnoxious because it's, I want to see if I can get it to kind of hang off the edge, because it's thick. And so if you were trying to write, it would be hard. However, because it is on an altered paper clip, which wants to curl up right now, you could take this out if you want to write. Just kind of the nice thing about stuff like this, elements like this. So if you're going to put something chunky in there, if you put it, I want that white one. This is like backwards. I need to change the buttons around. Right? Yeah, this way. So if it's an element like that, but it's on something like this, then you can just take the altered paper clip out. There we go. I can barely do a bulb pin, and these are fairly innocuous. You guys can't. That's why I'm not trying to do anything with stick pins right now. Yeah, okay, that's cute. I like how that dangles. And now that I've put it over on the edge, and I'll put these hearts, I'll glue that on over there. Okay. So cute and shabby chic and pretty. I love all the threads and the frayed edges of things, you know. And hearts. My Aunt Teresa loves hearts. They're all over her house. That's adorable, you guys. I love how that turned out. Huh? Cute. The little pin on there and stuff. That's going to look so cute hanging in our journal, but I want to get this underneath something flat over here. Here, this one's dry. So I'll just exchange it with this one. So it dries flat. Should we, let's see how we're doing on time. Oh, we're good. Should we make one more little clustery thing to go on this one? I think it was super cute. So I think the answer is yes. Since you guys can't answer me right now, you don't get a say. So hopefully you said yes. Okay. Oops. We'll do a piece of this pink. And maybe not as big on this one, because this one just doesn't feel as big as that other one. I love this material. It's so sweet. That's like too big though. I should put that other smaller piece on here. Like that. And then maybe just one heart on top. Like that. Okay, I'm going to go zip this through my machine and I'll be right back. Okay. So this one I just went like a Z, back and forth on the little heart with my sewing machine. And This one's paper clip is there. So I suppose we could put the heart wherever we wanted. We want it up there. Or do we want it down here? No, I kind of like it up here. I kind of like it right there. And maybe this time we'll just put a little golden paper clip through. This isn't a paper clip. This is a safety pin. Come on, Nikki. I want to get some of those coilless paper clips. This little shot of gold on there is really cute. It's reflecting nice in the light. What do you think of that placement, guys? I think it's cute. So we're going to put that on there. Some of those coilless paper clips. I see people, because you can string beads, little beads on them. Some little seed beads will look cute on this, but I'm not trying to mess with, you know, like getting them over the coil part. Okay, make sure that this clips on. I want this heart, even though these are going that way, I want this one to go kind of straight up and downish to like echo these. There. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. These are going to look so cute in the journal. Okay, so like I said, I'll maybe make one more for this one. Or maybe just a piece of, just because I can hear you screaming, Jamie. Look at, I've got this little piece of lace right here. Should we just do it? Should we put it down? I hear you, Jamie, saying yes. Should I go into that corner with it, or? I think I liked it the way I had it at first. And just off the edge a little, maybe. This is going to be a little bit tricky because it's kind of curled up on the edge. We'll see how we can do this. And you know what's going to happen the minute I'm doing this now, because it's curled up and tricky? My nail polish is going to come right off. The woes of crafting. Okay, I'm going to stick that part down, and then I'm going to have to like uncurl the curly part down here and get it glued. Thanks to those of you who, I don't know what made me, well, I know what made me think of this. I can hear him watching TV in the next room. Thanks to those of you who said you hoped we had a nice date night after I was filming the other night. We really did. We had a nice date night. We went out to a restaurant that had, that we found recently down in Bemidji, which is like, and just a little under an hour away from us. That's where we go do all of our shopping and stuff. But it's also got all the restaurants and stuff. So we found this barbecue place, and they make mouth-watering brisket. It was so yummy. And so we went there, and that was yummy. Then we tried to get some ice cream, but realized that the Dairy Queen was like one of the seasonal ones. So there was a no-go on that. That's okay. We probably didn't need the ice cream. We were just trying to treat ourselves. There you go, Jamie. We put some lace on there. That's just for you, girlfriend. Okay. So now what I was saying was about the heart-shaped pages. What I think I'm going to do is take a couple of, here's my signature, and I've got, so some of the stuff that Beth sent me, all this avocado stained stuff. Thank you again, Beth. And was also giving me some tips about, let's see, I don't want to set this in anything that's wet glue. Also giving me some tips about how to use my new Sugar Bell jar for Fabri-Tac. Okay, so yeah. So now I'm going to cut, you know, like you would if you were cutting. Oh, my fingers are all gluey. Okay. Oh, well, craft through it. like you would if you were cutting out back in elementary school, you know. I'm going to try and use as much of the page as I can. So a giant heart like that, right? But I think since this is a heart journal, we will all know what it is. Even, yeah, right? Everybody knows what that is. It's half a heart. Like that. Yep, I like it. And then I think what I'll do is put like some of the, maybe we'll put a big, we haven't used many of the big hearts. So some of them have space where you could actually do some journaling right on the heart too. So I think I'll maybe we'll collage some hearts on there. I feel like I need to ink the edges of it just to make it stand out a little bit more or something. Yeah. I thought about bringing out some pink ink, but because rarely do I use inks other than mostly my gathered twigs and my vintage photo are my absolute goes-tos. But then I was like, well, if I use pink, I think that's too much pink. I like pink, but I can't do too much pink. And if I inked that side, gotta ink this side. One more side, guys. I know how exciting it is watching me ink things. It's like watching paint dry. And it's not like I'm teaching you anything you don't know because everybody knows how to ink. Not difficult. Okay, back on we go with the heart page. There, I feel like that makes it stand out a little bit more, right? Then you can kind of see. So maybe we do a little bit of some floating out hearts from there. Cute. What do you think, guys? I like that. And I think I'll, do I want to make any of them a pocket? Not really. I kind of just want to glue them down like that. Yeah, I think so. I don't think I want to make any of them into a pocket because we'll make other pockets. And this is, you know, if I'm adding pages to my single signature page or journal where usually towards the end I have to take some away. So I don't want to make it too bulky. So I've got other places where I've got pockets and things planned. Let me make sure I'm still on track with where I want to be. And then I'll probably leave the other side with no hearts for journaling. There. I love this paper, this hammer mill paper. I know I showed it in a previous video. I just love the buttery feel of it. I think I'm also late to the game on this one, but man, I really do like it. There. Oh my gosh, that is just cute. And look, that took us 20 whole seconds to do. And then I'll leave this blank because you could always turn sideways and journal or whatever. But as is my practice, let's go to the back side and see if we can find a one that's, you know, light enough that we can journal on. And then something a little contrasting there. Yep, cute. These hearts are so fun to play with. This heart kit is fun. And At first I thought this was going to feel too Valentine's-y, but I honestly have just kind of come to the place where I think it does just feel like a sweet hearts shabby chic journal. You know, hearts do not have to be reserved only for Valentine's Day, which in a lot of people's minds is a made-up Hallmark holiday anyway. Okay. And then this one. I'll probably make one more page like this off camera now that we've done one together, and put it in here because I love the way this looks. So, and I like having kind of a theme like that through. If I make something that I really like, sometimes I'll put another page of it in just to echo that. But that's cute. I really like how that turned out. And this echoes the heart thing, even though it's not a full heart, you know what it is. So, and then let's put like, you know, let's find a page that we can put one of our paper clips on. That's cute, except for I feel like against this it doesn't stand out as well. We need a pink page like this. There. So cute. I love the little danglies. So you know what that means? It means we need to make something to get clipped onto the backside. So in our next video, we'll be decorating some tags and making some journaling cards because we need some, you know, things to go into these pockets and into the, you know, behind these paper clips and stuff. So fun, guys. This was a fun day. This was a fun video. Let me put, let's see, where's my other one? There, I like that there. And then let's see if I can find one more page here. Where's my other one? Let's see how the tall one looks. This is, I think this one's my favorite. Yeah, that's so cute. And I like that when you move the page, they like move around, you know, kind of like a shaker card or something. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you again tomorrow or whenever you catch back up with me. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever time it is on whatever side of this globe of ours that you live on. I hope you're having as lovely a weather as we are, or at least a beautiful day. And I hope that you guys are healthy and safe and that you're having some time to be creative or craft and or do something that makes you happy. Go outside. If you do have lovely weather, go outside and take a deep breath of it. Have a cup of coffee or tea or something. Do some self-care. Take care of yourselves, guys. And until I see you guys next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless you. Bye, guys.